Hello and what's up, political peeps? Per usual, I'm your host, Arif Kapoor, and I have breaking news for you today. State Senator Tony Wong from Connecticut's 28th State Senate District is running for First Selectman in Fairfield. I've talked about this on the show in the past. It was Fairfield First Selectman Bill Gerbers unfortunately passed away on July 15th, 2025, leaving the Board of Selectmen 30 days to appoint a replacement for his position of First Selectman. Select woman Brenda Kupchik, a Republican on the Board of Selectmen, blocked Kristen Vitale from becoming the first select woman, saying that the process should be open to more than just the two people who sit on the Board of Selectmen. Later, following this deadline, which came and went on August 15th, it has been the duty to appoint a new first selectman for Fairfield has been turned to a group of 10 Democratic elected officials as outlined in the state law, given that the extent of the town charter as definition of the appointment process has now been thoroughly used, given that 30 days have passed and the Board of Selectmen was unable to decide on a replacement for the office of the first selectman. Now, Republicans in Fairfield are saying that this is an undemocratic process who are going to appoint Kristen Vitale to be first selectman. Now, just for some context, Brenda Kupchik, the Republican, lost to Bill Gerber. She was the incumbent in the race back in 2023's election by a margin of less than 100 votes. It was an extremely close race. There was a recount, and at that point, Bill Gerber became the first selectman of Fairfield, along with Kristen Vitale being the select woman. Now, State Senator Tony Hwang is an anomaly. He has consistently won Fairfield as a Republican, won the entire town of Fairfield in the state Senate race. He's won Fairfield 5 times out of his 6 races. In 2022, he was unable to win Fairfield as a Republican, but he won enough votes in the rest of his district, Newtown, etc., to maintain his seat as a state senator from here in the 28th district. Support for Senator Wong runs very deep in the communities all across Fairfield. He shows up to many events around town, and he's a very involved member of the community, and that's part of the reason why he's essentially trying to run for first selectman, because I think there's actually a high probability that he could win this race because of his popularity within the town, despite being a Republican. Also, he's been endorsed by the Connecticut Independent Party as well as the CT Forward Party. So people in Connecticut who are reluctant to vote for Republicans oftentimes vote for Senator Wong on the independent line of the ballot. At this point, we haven't heard a response from the Fairfield Democratic Town Committee, but I predict that it will certainly be a tight race. I was actually thinking that Brenda Kupchik, since she's the one that blocked the motion through the Board of Selectmen, would be trying to get that 5% of the town electorate to sign on the petition to trigger the special election. But I am not sure if it was an internal GOP thing where they have pulled this out from under Brenda Kupchik, and now they're putting it on Tony Hwang, because I think Brenda Kupchik now, especially given that she blocked this just because of the nature of her role as a selectman, she blocked this going through the Board of Selectmen. I think that it's going to be hard for her to win election, but I think Senator Wong can certainly do it. He's been on the show. He's an important member of the community, and I think that he can win this race and become the first selectman of Fairfield. But at the same time, we have to acknowledge this is a very democratic town. People really, really loved Bill Gerber. They loved Kristen Vitale. And at the same time, Kristen Vitale is, telling the story that First Selectman Gerber wanted to tell, and she's continuing his legacy and his path, and that really resonates with a lot of people, that she's honoring the legacy of somebody who served our community so well. So it's really going to be a toss-up. Tony Hwang can win Fairfield, but support for Kristen Vitale, who will most likely be the Democratic nominee for the office, will also probably put up a very good fight. It is likely that the 5% of the electorate will sign on to the petition. The Republican Town Committee has been all over getting that signed up. The chairman of the Fairfield Republican Town Committee also said that she doesn't think that there will be a primary. She said it's not necessary, and that she thinks that Senator Wong can win. Because honestly, from my opinion, it's hard enough for a Republican to win in Fairfield, and I think Senator Wong, in this political climate, is the only Republican that has a chance of winning in Fairfield. Definitely not Selectwoman Kupchik. I am trying my best to get a bunch of different interviews. This is prime local news here in Fairfield. Political peeps, you know the drill. Stay updated. I'm your host, Arif Kapoor. Peace out.